Dawn split open with a scream so sharp it shook every ear in the village. The sound jumped from one house to another, pulling people out like a drum calling for trouble. Feet hit the ground fast. Voices rose. Fear spread like dry leaves in a strong wind. A woman burst through a doorway, pulling another by the wrist. She moved like fire, dragging the trembling one into the open. The people gasped when they saw the blood on the weak one's arm. The cut ran red and fresh, and the sight pushed the crowd closer in shock. "He will kill me today," the weak one cried, her voice cracking like broken clay. Some villagers whispered. Others looked at the ground, too scared to speak. The strong one stepped forward, chest rising with anger. "Where is he?" The weak one tried to talk, but her breaths kept stopping. "He locked the door. He threw the cup at me." The strong one didn't wait for more words. "We go to the chief now." She pulled the weak one hard, forcing her feet to move. Behind the broken window, a dark shape shifted slowly. The crowd stepped back as the shadow straightened and walked into the light. A calm voice floated out like cold smoke. "You don't know the story." The strong one froze for one heartbeat. The voice was too smooth, too steady for a man whose house carried screams. Villagers looked at each other, whispering fast. "Why is he so calm? What is he hiding?" The strong one snapped out of the pause and tightened her grip. She turned and dragged the weak one away. The weak one stumbled, knees shaking, but the strong one lifted her fast. "We end this today. No more fear." The weak one nodded weakly, tears still shaking on her face. Together, they ran toward the chief's home, feet kicking dust into the morning air. Behind them, the whole village watched in silence, unsure if the sun had risen on truth or on greater danger waiting to unfold. The strong one stood like a shield, her body blocking the weak one from every side. She did not shake. She did not step back. Her voice cut through the air like a drum calling for truth. The weak one moved behind her with small, shaking steps. Her eyes darted like a bird trapped in a net. Every breath came fast. Every move showed fear mixed with deep confusion. The man walked with a smooth face, smiling as if nothing was wrong. His voice always sounded sweet, but his hands carried pain. People watched him closely, wondering how a face so calm could hide storms so dark. The old leader stood nearby, his shoulders heavy. His eyes followed each person, trying to understand the storm rising between them. He knew trouble when he saw it, and he felt it growing fast. A woman stepped into the crowd with quiet steps, holding secrets behind her calm face. She looked at the strong one, then at the weak one, as if she carried answers too heavy to say aloud. The bond between the two women glowed like fire in dry grass. They moved like sisters, one strong and one hurting, but both tied together by love deeper than words. The weak one remembered days when the man's love was soft and warm, but that love had turned sharp, cutting her heart little by little. She still hoped he would change, thinking the pain might be her fault. The strong one watched all of it and felt fire rise inside. Each bruise, each tear, each apology made her angrier. She could not understand why the weak one stayed so long. The weak one's legs trembled when the thought of leaving came. Fear wrapped around her like a rope. Running sounded safe, but losing everything sounded worse. The man opened his mouth and spoke lies as easily as breathing. He pointed at the weak one and blamed her for every wrong. He twisted stories until even the wind felt confused. Voices spread through the crowd. He was not always like this. Something changed him. No one knows what he hides. Whispers carried rumors like birds carrying seeds. Some said he had a past darker than a moonless night. Some said he ran from old mistakes. Some said he held secrets that could burn a house down. The strong one stepped forward and spoke loud. "This is your last night there." The weak one pulled back, shaking. "People will blame me." The strong one did not move an inch. "They don't sleep with fear like you." The weak one bent her head and whispered so softly the words almost vanished. "He will find me if I run." The strong one squeezed her hand. "Not if we move fast." They walked together, steps slow but steady. The gate ahead felt heavy, as if it carried the weight of truth itself. The strong one leaned close and spoke with fire rising in her voice. "Today we face the truth." The weak one lifted her head. The crowd watched. The path forward waited for answers that could no longer hide. He walked up slowly with a calm face, moving like nothing was wrong. His voice stayed soft as he said, "My wife is sick." Lies are being pushed into her ears. She hid behind the one who stood strong for her, holding the arm that still shook. The calm voice rose again. "She listens to wrong things. That is why she acts strange." A sharp answer cut the air. "Then why is her arm bleeding?" He did not blink. "Ask what she did to herself." His words turned quiet, almost sweet. "She broke something precious. Only she knows why." The protector stepped forward. Anger rushed through every breath. "Stop twisting every story." A strange smile spread across his face. "You think you know her?" Voices rose all around. People split into sides fast. Some pointed at him, saying he looked calm and wise. Others pointed at the shaking woman, saying her fear spoke louder than his smile. A sudden rush of memories flashed inside her, his voice roaring in the house. Glass shattering on the floor, feet running fast toward a door, a gate locked before she reached it, a secret room she must not enter, a warning echoing in her ears. Do not touch that box. The strong voice rose again. Chief, let her leave today. His answer came low. If she leaves, her truth comes out. A path opened in the crowd. A quiet woman stepped through and moved close. Slow down. You don't know all, she whispered, but he hurts her every day. Yes, but he fears something too. The crowd leaned in as the first twist fell. He once saved her from a bigger danger. Gasps moved through the air. She hid that from you. Tears spilled fast as she broke down in front of everyone. Soft words reached her. Are you scared of him? No. I'm scared of what I did. He stepped forward again. Tell them about the fire. Silence dropped heavy, covering every ear. Fast words shot out. Say it now. She closed her mouth tight and shook her head. His calm voice returned. If she leaves me, I will speak for her. The protector froze for a moment. A dark truth hid under his threats. He was using the past like a weapon. The crowd felt it. All noise faded. Everyone waited. A finger pointed straight at him. The voice rose strong and bold. Tomorrow we find everything. No more secrets. Step soft, the protector whispered, leading the quiet figure through the shadows. Every footfall seemed loud in the dark, yet their movements were careful, measured. Eyes scanned the yard. Nothing stirred. All clear came a small reply, checking for watchers hidden in the night. The door pressed back with a soft groan. He is not here. Move fast. They slipped inside, their steps light, ears sharp for any sound. Down the hall they crept past silent walls and corners hiding years of lies. Fingers pointed. This is it. Open it now. A hard push cracked the rusty lock. It groaned and gave way. A gasp escaped. What is he hiding here? The small room held only a wooden box. Still and waiting. Hands lifted it. Something is wrong. The lid opened. Papers fell like dry leaves. A burnt scarf appeared. This belonged to her, whispered the quiet companion. Hands trembled as the letter was read, each word heavier than the last. Another paper, a witness note, revealed all. This tells everything, came the soft, urgent voice. The truth bled out. She did not start that fire. This says he did. A voice added. He blamed her so she would stay scared. Determined, hands closed the box. We take this now. No more lies. A sudden presence. Calm and cold. I knew you would come. Stepping back, a strong voice answered. We know the truth now. Cold eyes did not flinch, did not blink. The fight of words began. Fingers jabbed at the evidence. You lied to her, came the first accusation. Shoulders shrugged. She needed protection. The voice rose, sharp and urgent. You used her fear. Calm and measured. The reply came. I kept her safe from the law. You kept her trapped, not safe. The words cut back. The quiet companion stepped forward. No, you kept her safe from you. The accusation landed like a hammer. You burned that house because you were jealous. Calm, cracked. Anger leaked through. Suddenly, a hand grabbed the box. A roar shattered the quiet. Nobody leaves me. Arms pulled back. Voices shouted. Let go. Tables toppled. The calm vanished completely. Arms spread wide. A barrier formed. A bite broke a grip. They ran. Box clutched tightly. Screams followed them through the night. Villagers stirred. Torches lit their paths. Help! We have the truth. The cry pierced the air. A staff rose. Enough. Truth speaks now. Silence fell. Eyes turned. The crowd pressed in, watching, waiting. The box opened before all. Letters revealed hands that had lied for years. Gasps rose. Witness words rang clear. Knees hit the ground. Tears fell freely. You are free now, comforted the strong voice, holding the shaken figure tight. Voices shouted, justice. Chains of lies broke as the guilty were seized, carried into the night. The truth had spoken. Fear dissolved. The village breathed. Justice moved among them like a slow, cleansing wind. A bag moved through the doorway, carried carefully yet with purpose. You are safe here now, came the quiet, firm words, steady as a drumbeat. Each step grew stronger, more certain. Breath came easier. Shoulders lifted. I can breathe again, whispered a voice once trapped in fear. Eyes peeked through cracks and corners. Whispers floated softly. She looks different now. She walks like the wind has freed her. A fire glowed, casting long, flickering shadows. A staff tapped the ground lightly. You see now why truth must come first, came a steady voice, slow and clear. Words landed like stones, heavy but necessary. Advice without truth can break a life, came again, firm and deliberate. Every nod, every glance carried the weight of wisdom. Thoughts stirred. A slow nod answered the quiet warning. I almost told her to run, the voice admitted, but I did not know the lies that held her still. Silence followed, then understanding. Now you know. And she knows, too. Truth flowed between them like a river, finally freed from ice. Hands clasped, feet planted firm. I will heal. I will rise again, came the declaration, strong and unyielding. The voice grew louder, steadier. And I will speak for other women who fear to speak. A smile answered the courage, bright and warm. You are stronger than before. A call rose through the village. The voice of wisdom gathered all together. She stands, and we stand with her. Nod after nod. Murmurs followed. We hear you. Judgment faced, the one who had caused so much pain. Drums echoed in the distance, slow and steady, announcing that justice would not falter. Night wrapped the village in quiet. The air moved gently through the trees, carrying calm and relief. The bag was set down. Hands rested together. Peace has come home tonight, came softly, a voice full of understanding. Eyes closed, hearts calmed. The village slept, carrying quiet strength and hope into the shadows. A hand rose slowly, firm and steady. Never rush to speak on another's marriage, the voice warned, heavy with the weight of years. Eyes leaned in, curious, cautious. You may not know the whole road they walk, came next.com, but unyielding, carrying the truth like a drumbeat through the gathered crowd. Questions stirred. But why must we wait? Came softly, unsure, seeking clarity. The answer landed like a stone in the center of a circle. Because some stories hide in the dark. A staff tapped once, twice, echoing the warning. Some pain wears a smile on purpose, came slowly, shaping a quiet understanding in every heart. A whisper traveled among the younger voices. Abuse hides behind sweet words, it said, tremulous but certain. Another voice added, low but firm. A lie can cover a wound for years. The elder spoke again, steady and sharp. Do not trust one side of a storm. Listen fully before you act. Another question rose from the crowd. Why not tell her to run now? Came the voice, seeking a quick path to safety. Because secrets can trap a person like a tightrope. The reply came, firm as iron. You must see the chains before you break them. Heads nodded slowly. Understanding the careful steps required before action, steps moved forward, hesitant but determined. So truth comes first, came a voice, clear and searching. The answer came without pause. Yes. Truth must stand before any decision is made. A pause followed, heavy with caution. A wrong step can push someone into deeper danger. The warning landed, sharp as a spear. Then what is real help? Came another voice, seeking the heart of action. Real help is listening, came first, slow and deliberate. Real help is asking, followed carefully, each word measured. Real help is standing beside her, not pushing her fast, finished, leaving the crowd in thoughtful silence. A soft voice repeated the lesson, steadying itself against the weight of responsibility. So I must not rush, it said, slow and deliberate. The elder's gaze swept across every face. Calm, steady, piercing. Before you tell your friend to leave or stay, learn the whole truth. The words struck, heavy with warning. Or your words may push her into greater danger. The final note fell, echoing like a drum across the listening hearts of the village.